Greetings and a very warm welcome to the world this week by Latest Laws. This is our weekly program, so subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified. My name is Trupti Jaiswal and let's get started by having a look at Supreme Court this week.
The Supreme Court will hear next week a petition filed by senior journalist N. Ram and Sashi Kumar seeking a judicial inquiry into the alleged surveillance of Indian citizens using Israeli Pegasus spyware and to identify the entities responsible for this. On Thursday, the Supreme Court reserved its judgment in the Amazon Future Reliance case and will decide whether Singapore's Emergency Arbitrator Award restraining Future Retail Limited from going ahead with its merger deal with Reliance Retail is valid under Indian law and if it can be enforced. A Supreme Court bench comprising the CJI Ramanand Justice Suryakant expressed disappointment over the efforts of legal services authorities, both at the national and state level, to educate the inmates about the eligibility for remission and the procedure for making applications seeking remission of sentences after undergoing a requisite period of incarceration. The Calcutta High Court has moved the Supreme Court against an order of its own judge criticizing the acting Chief Justice. The High Court's Administrative Division has challenged Justice Sabyasachi Bhattacharya July 19 order regarding the transfer of a civil case from him to a division bench. Justice Bhattacharya had criticized the court administration as well as acting Chief Justice Rajesh Bindal, on whose orders the case was reassigned. He had said that while the Chief Justice is the master of the roster, he is not the master of all I survey and the power cannot be exercised at his whims and fancies. On Wednesday, the Supreme Court said public prosecutors must act independently of the government while seeking withdrawal of a case against an accused in the public interest and issued a self-caution that it should not generally interfere with the concurrent decisions of the trial court and the High Court, rejecting such withdrawal plea. On Monday, the Supreme Court refused to entertain a plea by BJP MP Gautam Gambhir's foundation to stay the proceedings in a case of illegal procurement and distribution of COVID-19 drugs, saying individuals cannot monopolize the distribution of drugs during the pandemic when medicines were scarce.
Let's move on to the next portion of our news analysis, which will focus on the Delhi High Court this week.
On Friday, the Delhi High Court gave WhatsApp and Facebook time till August 27 to file their replies to the notice issued by the Competition Commission of India over the instant messaging app's new privacy policy. While hearing the petitions filed by WhatsApp and Facebook against the inquiry by the Competition Commission of India, the court was informed that the additional Solicitor General Aman Lekhi, who was to argue for CCI, was not available. On Thursday, Bollywood actress Juhi Chawla withdrew from the Delhi High Court her plea in connection with the dismissal of her lawsuit against 5G wireless network technology. Justice Jayant Nath allowed the withdrawal of the plea after a statement made by the Chawla's counsel, Advocate Deepak Khosla. On Thursday, the Delhi High Court directed that no coercive action to be taken by the Enforcement Directorate against NewsSlick founder and the editor-in-chief in connection with the money laundering case subject to his joining the investigation.
Let us now go on to our next piece of news analysis, which will focus on the Bombay High Court.
On Friday, the Bombay High Court directed the union government to approve the proposed plan of action of the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation to revaccinate those citizens who had fallen victim to several fake anti-coronavirus vaccination camps in different parts of the city a few months ago. On Thursday, Bombay High Court directed the Maharashtra State Board for Secondary and Higher Secondary Education to consider refund of fees collected from students for SSC and HSC exams that were cancelled. A bench of Chief Justice Dipankar Datta and Justice Girish Kulkarni heard a PIL by a Pratap Singh Chopdar, retired principal of a Miraj school, that despite cancellation of both exams, the fees are not refunded. On Thursday, the Goa bench of the Bombay High Court adjourned to August 10 the hearing on the appeal filed by the state government against journalist Tarun Tejpal's acquittal in a rape case. A division bench comprising of Justice M.S. Sonak and Justice M.S. Javalkar deferred the hearing after Tejpal's lawyer Amit Desai told the court that his instructing counsel Ankur Chawla had bereavement and some documents were yet to be furnished.
Let's move on to our next news segment, where we will look at Madras High Court this week.
On Wednesday, the High Court of Madras came out strongly against the Tamil Nadu government, issuing a government order on the 10.5% reservation for one-year communities under the most backward caste quota, and said that it would have no other option but to stay it as the government order was issued in urgency. On Wednesday, the Madras High Court set aside an assessment order passed by the Income Tax Department against Karti, son of former Union Minister P. Chidambaram and Lok Sabha member from Shivganga constituency, and his wife Srinidhi.
Let's move on to our next news segment, where we will look at Kolkata High Court.
The single judge bench of Calcutta High Court, comprising Justice Tirthankar Ghosh, has refused to interfere with the CBI probe in the illegal coal mining and the cattle smuggling cases in which Vinay Mishra, a former TMC youth leader, has been implicated, saying there was no illegality committed by the CBI probe.
Now let's move on to Kerala High Court.
The High Court of Kerala has again criticized the state government for not providing sufficient facilities for the Kerala State Beverages Corporation outlets or liquor outlets across Kerala. The court said that women and children are scared of coming near or walking past such shops which are in a shabby state. It had directed the state government and BevCo to set up liquor shops in a civilized manner and to ensure that they function in a cultured way like any other shop.
Now let's move on to some miscellaneous news.
Lawyer Ankani Biswas, a transgender person, has been impaneled as an advocate for the State Legal Services Authority of West Bengal. On Friday, the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh issued an order for resumption of physical hearing of court cases in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Union Territory of Ladakh from August 2nd. The proceedings of the High Court of Orissa would be streamed live with an objective of effectuating and broadening the implementation of the open court concept during physical, virtual, as well as hybrid hearings, a notification of the court said. The long-standing demand for the establishment of a permanent bench of the Orissa High Court at Brahmpur has been intensified further since Wednesday, with members of the Ganjam Bar Association resorting to a 4-day-long satyagraha in the court premises here. The consortium of NLUs has constituted a grievance redressal committee to receive and respond to any grievances that candidate may have with respect to CLAT 2021. In accordance with Para 7315 of the bylaws of the Consortium of National Law Universities and the resolution of the Executive Committee of the Consortium dated 27 July 2021, the Grievance Redressal Committee to redress the grievances about the CLAT 2021 is hereby constituted.
And at last, some international news.
On Friday, US President Joe Biden nominated Indian American Rashid Hussain as the ambassador at large for international religious freedom. Hussain is the first Muslim to be nominated to head US diplomacy for advancing religious liberties.
That's all we have for this week. Thank you for being with us, and in case you need more information and updates with any of these news events, kindly head to the description section.